Hi, I'd like to introduce you to Inanna. She's number 25 in our interactive series called Practicing with Energies. If you're new to this series or you're new to my page, welcome. And hi, I'm Nicole. I'm an astral coach and an interactive artist. I specialize in guiding you so that you can learn more about your energy and any other energies you'd like to interact with. In this interactive series, anyone can mention any energy in the comments. If you go to my saved folder on the top of my page, you can binge the series and make sure that the one that you want already hasn't made a video. If you find the videos are not enough, that may mean that you need to book a session with me. My one-on-ones are by donation, and I'm happy to help. So you're probably wondering why Lana? She said that she co-creates with Lana, and Lana channels that her energy into all of her music and all her poetry. I'll link below a video where I talked about, before I even talked to Inanna, about how Lana's music is really good for shadow work. This artwork has the most of her energy out of all of them. I feel a little tickle in the back of my head. It's very, very like present in this one. So she says to concentrate on this piece, and you can connect with her through Lana's songs and all of her visual art as well. When I was in deep meditation and having conversations with her, I went to the grocery store, and the video before this, I think, she basically, like, this grocery store never plays music, and I rarely hear Lana Del Rey, and basically she was playing in the grocery store. So, you know, those kind of cute little synchronicity things, I love it, right? So she'd like to give a little backstory of her energy family tree. So her original energy is basically the original energies of Lilith's sister. And they are part of that collective I mentioned in the Lilith videos, which I'll link below as well. So I'll put part 1 and part 2. So just as Lilith provided the Kundalini energy, which is the common name for the energy that rises, that's her basically. Innana is that process that you go through of keeping that energy flowing and exploring that energy. She teased me about talking about the dark night of the soul from the perspective of my energy, which is to rebalance from the things that we want but we're not taking action on. She said she'd like to add more to this. Her energy is the initiation of a dark night of the soul, and this is to keep our ego, the record keeper, in check. So even if you may see someone in an episode, as she calls it, where they are making decisions based heavily on trauma and human experiences that are ego-based, and when another person recognizes that this is going on, they may say something about their ego being out of balance, or they're talking with their ego. These people are not far from the cause and effect, which people sometimes call karma, or they might call it justice or punishment or getting what you deserve. And she said all of those phrases are not a good way to look at things, and people need to reframe that. She says the best one is to call it a check, like keeping someone in check. She says a lot of people will do this because we see someone behaving in a way we don't like, and we ourselves are getting triggered. And we need to just see them as someone unchecked, unbalanced, lacking of tools, favoring their ego, which means ignoring your energy and what people would call intuition, being triggered. They're creating also shadow self, which are the neglected parts of you. They're probably hurt and feeling very short-sighted. She says that short-sightedness comes from this process. It's because human life is short, and if you're looking from the point of view or with the ego and making decisions based on this, it results in a lack mindset, which thankfully a lot of people are popularizing awareness of this, gratefully. So why does the ego need to be kept in check? If we rely only heavily on our lifetime as a human being, we will be filtering out everything. All your teams, all your guides, all your, like, everyone, all the beings that could help you, even your own energy. This even happens to practitioners when they're in bad moods or they're having their own dark night of the soul. Everything might come across as judgment, ignorance towards others, ignoring and denouncing all new possibilities. We could start acting narcissistic. Hatred will definitely come out. And fear, which would be all our repressed parts trying to communicate. Our thoughts and intentions will be so overcrowded. We can definitely not receive any of the exciting new intuition and messages and plans that are all available all around you. So our energy, team, ancestors, other versions of ourselves, you will not comprehend big picture thinking. You will no longer have inspired action, no innovation or creativity. A cycle of this will keep happening if we are not conscious of what we like, what we don't like, conscious of what triggers us, even if we can't do anything about it, just the fact that we understand it or we know it's happening. Those are the things that we need to do to prevent all of the past stuff. So what is happening when you're not conscious, the ego takes over and does that job for you very badly. And when it does this job very badly, it's pulling all the energy from all the wounds and hurt things that you have. And if you're not conscious of it doing that, it gets out of hand in extreme protection mode. And I'm always going to repeat this, but the ego should only be holding the records, like a little librarian that brings your records as needed when you ask for it or when you need it. Because if they're trying to help you with any other jobs, you can think of it like a librarian going to protect the library. As if the library is on fire. So when we are conscious of our actions and our thoughts, or we get conscious while having a dark night of the soul, which puts us in a position where we're forced to start practicing all these different tools while being conscious. All of the above will naturally demote the ego to the librarian role in the library of your records. When it's normal for us to go visit the library and get our records and we decide, then we will no longer ignore our greater intuition / energy. So basically your soul and beyond. So now you know more about what she does, how to connect with her, what is going on with her. She says she can help you connect with all your shadow parts, whether it's your energy or your human life. She will help with the process when you're on the verge of having a dark night of the soul, and even during the dark night of the soul. She can help you with shadow work. She will help you with the parts of you that you have been ignoring, that are crying out and really busy in your mind, because they're what's keeping you stuck and that feeling of being stuck. She says they're just afraid. She can also tell you more about a dark night of the soul and what that entails and how to get through it and how to maybe avoid it, because long term it's kind of hard to have them all the time. She says sometimes there's no choice. And whether you connect with her or not, she's always helping you through her energy to make sure your ego is in check. Please like and follow for more. If you want to join the community, please have a look at my Patreon or have a look on our daily live, where everyone gets to practice asking questions and I will channel from source, and people can see the answers and what kind of questions get certain kinds of answers. I've added to the live a new addition, which is picking certain beings that I can channel with those questions that you normally ask source. Before it was like you're kind of asking me / source, but now you're going to be asking beings as well. So I've introduced that. We'll see how long we're going to do that, but that's the newest thing. And donations are always welcome. My one-on-ones are also donation based, and all are welcome because I want to keep doing this forever and help everyone.